Essay 13, Surfer or Sufferer. According to esoteric sources, Earth is now being inundated with a massive interstellar wave of transformative cosmic energy, catalyzing an upgrade in human consciousness. This wave is prompting the expansion of human awareness to include capabilities previously considered paranormal or extraordinary. If true, we each face a choice. Either we learn to surf this shift causing wave, or we suffer as we get upended by it, as older consciousness waves become increasingly obsolete. This consciousness shift energy wave has reportedly been building for decades and will continue to intensify. It's impacting our bodies and consciousness to facilitate our abandonment of self limiting behaviors and beliefs while prompting an evolution towards our full potential. Hence, surfers, in response to this approaching cosmic wave, have positioned themselves advantageously for maximum positive benefit through inner development work, meditation, and metaphysical study in preparation for an expanded reality. Conversely, sufferers may remain attached to old familiar ways as they become increasingly unsuited for a changing world. This is akin to seeing a tsunami approaching the dock you're on and tying yourself to the dock, as your friend instead grabs a surfboard. You and your friend's ensuing experience are likely to be quite different. Those already successfully surfing this consciousness wave have reported increasingly accurate and persistent intuitive insights, along with positive synchronicities at rates that seem statistically improbable. They're finding that compassionate attitudes and a positive focus tend to create better life experiences. They also report an improved ability to maintain a grounded, centered peacefulness despite chaotic external circumstances. They're sensing that older ways, focused on competition, intimidation, and control, will, amidst this cosmic energy wave, become increasingly counterproductive. Meanwhile, new ways, emphasizing cooperation, allowing, and appreciation, will become increasingly effective. Those navigating these new energy conditions with of old energy thinking and methods may experience a sense that life has become more difficult. It's because of trying to solve contemporary problems with older ways that are increasingly ill-suited. Old consciousness success is facilitated by ratcheting up physical effort and willpower, along with linear thinking, detailed planning, and micromanagement. New consciousness success, on the other hand, may be facilitated by trusting our intuition, aligning with the flow, allowing collaboration and resource sharing. This may include multidimensional thinking and working with nature and its cycles. Previous methods weren't necessarily wrong for older conditions, but are becoming increasingly unsuitable for an elevated collective consciousness. Not understanding the larger context, some may double down on traditional methods, even trying to take society backwards in time. But this can't hold back a rising tide for long, but it can increase the number of sufferers. Regardless, people will eventually recognize the need for new skills in a new environment and begin making meditation, energy work, and consciousness development more of a priority. This new consciousness energy wave will reportedly create a reality that responds more favorably to collaboration and mutual benefit than coercion, control, and domination. This would constitute a fundamental shift where helping others succeed could soon become the most effective strategy for personal advancement. The wave's momentum and impact won't decrease in order to accommodate unready individuals, but it will boost those who've correctly positioned themselves with the appropriate mindset and skills. For those interested in developing their consciousness wave surfing ability, practitioners recommend several approaches. These include practicing flow states instead of trying to force a rigidly specific outcome. Also, cooperation rather than competition, and trusting intuitive guidance, even when it conflicts with logic. This may include increasingly releasing the illusion of control, noticing synchronicities, and following intuitive nudges. The consciousness shift energy wave is already moving through our world, regardless of our readiness levels. Hence, we can try to apply massive amounts of energy and control in an attempt to stop the wave, only to eventually be overwhelmed by it. Or we can learn to surf it as an exhilarating experience. The wave doesn't care which way we choose, but based on our preparedness or resistance, our individual experiences may vary dramatically. For those finding life increasingly difficult, it may be time to experiment with more of a centered, intuitive, flow based approach. This multi decade wave presents both challenge and opportunity, requiring each of us to evaluate our current approach and consider whether adaptation to these changing conditions might produce better results. Now that you know the bigger picture, what will it be? The preceding was generated by an AI ghostwriter from Bob Cochran's writing and sampled voice. For more information on Bob's first book, Emerging Imaginal You, a time traveling note to self from the corner of science and spirituality, or his second book, Hyperdimensional You, Surfing the Shift Toward Mastery, check out Clever, the number 2 Wise, that's clever2wise.com. On Facebook, search for hashtag Clever2Wise. To help this work continue, like and share Bob's YouTube videos, which can be located by searching for @Clever2Wise. To be notified as new videos become available, click subscribe.